Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. The controversy surrounding the IIFA awards in Rajasthan, it has taken a political turn. The Congress party has raised question about the event, alleging that it was a waste of public money and that it did not feature any big stars. The BJP, in the meanwhile, has hit back at the Congress. In fact, the Congress's criticism of the IIFA event, the BJP says that it seems to be more about politics than the actual event itself.
हमें क्या लाभ हुआ राजस्थान को आईफा से? कितने बड़े स्टार आए, किसी भी टूरिस्ट स्थल पे वो गए, एक भी स्थान पे नहीं गए। और कौन सा बड़ा नाम आया? शाहरुख खान के अलावा बाकी तो सब 2 नंबर वाले, सेकंड ग्रेड था, फर्स्ट ग्रेड वाले तो कोई नहीं आया। माधुरी अब आजकल सेकंड में ही है, समय गया माधुरी दीक्षित जी का। वो दिल बेटा फिल्में जब थी, जब माधुरी दीक्षित थी, पर आज जो बड़े बड़े फिल्म स्टार जो आने चाहिए थे, कोई नहीं आया।
यहाँ पर आईफा होना ऐतिहासिक, जो आईफा देश और दुनिया के बड़े बड़े शहरों में होता है, वो हमारे यहाँ जयपुर, अपरा, काशी और राजस्थान में हुआ है। तो ये माने इसकी चर्चा पूरी दुनिया में गई है और मीडिया के माध्यम से गई है, आने वाले समय में जारी है। दूसरा, हमारा टूरिज़्म प्रमोट हुआ है। तो मैं तो धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ राजस्थान सरकार का। कांग्रेस को हो सकता है ये चीज़ पची नहीं हो कि अब राजस्थान में चारों ओर से धन की वर्षा होगी, व्यापार की वृद्धि होगी और राजस्थान में टूरिज़्म प्रमोट हो रहा है इसके माध्यम से। मुझे लगता है ये चीज़ शायद कहीं पसंद नहीं आई।
Yes, absolutely. Because you see, it started off, that recently the IIFA awards were held in Jaipur. And Tikaram Juli, when he was given a chance to speak before the Chief Minister's speech today, the Chief Minister was replying on various aspects of, the financial appropriation in the Vidhan Sabha. So when, before that, when the leader of the opposition was speaking, he said that, the money has been wasted, taxpayers' money has been wasted on IIFA. And the comment that he made was that the top grade actors were not called for this event. So someone from the back said, well, what about Madhuri Dixit? And he said she is not top grade, So when we asked him later, he clarified and he said, look, I said you don't seem to be very happy about Madhuri Dixit and you called her second grade. He said, look, I didn't mean that. What I meant was that she's not as popular as she used to be. Of course, she was a top-notch heroine of her time, but not anymore. So what he did say was that, 100 crores have been spent by the state government. Where was the promotion that happened? He also talked about the front row seats, which he said the tickets run into lakhs, but these were given as passes to the state government. So this was all at the cost of the taxpayer, and they all felt, the opposition said that, if that money had gone into developing a religious tourism site, for example, the Govind Devji temple, or any other, or Khatu Shamji, or any of these other religious sites in Rajasthan, and the same amount, that place would have come up as a tourist destination. The BJP, on the other hand, defended, of course, the government's decision to host IIFA, and they said that, all actors are big or small, are all actors who should be respected, and you should not sort of grade them in any way. It's not correct of Mr. Juli to have said that. So this is the political face-off that happened over the IIFA awards in Rajasthan.
Amid the face-off with the centre over the language issue and delimitation fears, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin has once again hit out at the central government, saying that they are jealous of Tamil Nadu's development and belittle us in all ways. He accused the Modi government of dictatorship to destroy state rights and federal structure.
மறுபடியும் தமிழ்நாடு தலைமிருந்து நடைபோடுதே என்ற பொறாமை உணர்வோடும் நம்முடைய செயல் திட்டங்கள் திமுக அரசு தடையா இருக்க, தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கும் தமிழர்களுக்கும் காவல் அரணா இருக்கேன்னு என்ற எரிச்சலோடும் எப்படியெல்லாம் இடைஞ்சல் தர முடியுமோ, எந்த வகையிலெல்லாம் தடை கருக்களை போட முடியுமோ, எதையெல்லாம் செஞ்சு நம்மோட நிம்மதியை கெடுக்க முடியுமோ, அதையெல்லாம் முன்வந்து செய்கிறாங்க. மாநில அரசுகள் டெல்லிக்கு காவடி தூக்குற நிலைமையை மாற்றி அதிகார பகிர்வுக்கு வழிகாட்டுவதுதான் என்ற அணுகுமுறையாக இருக்கும். நான் பிரதமரானா மாநிலங்களுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் தருவேன்னு சொன்னீங்களே,
அப்படி மாநிலங்களுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுத்து கூட்டாட்சி ஜனநாயகத்துக்கு மதிப்பளிச்சு நீங்க செயல்படுத்தின செயல்கள் என்ன? அதுதான் என்னுடைய கேள்வி.
Meanwhile, the AIA-DMK stalwart Edapadi Palanisamy, he has hit out at DMK's M.K. Stalin, accusing him of staging a drama, and as he welcomed the Prime Minister Shri Schools and later opposed it. He dared the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister for a one-on-one debate on this particular issue. The EPS, in fact, told Stalin that you allied with Congress who were responsible for Hindi imposition and that you staged a drama welcoming PM Shri Schools and opposing it later. The DMK, in the meanwhile, has said that we brought 7.5% reservation for government school students in medical admission and also protected Tamil Nadu with many other schemes. The government has withdrawn CID probe into police role in Ranya Rao gold smuggling case. The Karnataka government has withdrawn the CID probe into police involvement in the Ranya Rao gold smuggling case. The CID was initially tasked with investigating protocol violations at the Bengaluru International Airport. However, the Home Ministry has now revoked the probe order. A fresh controversy has erupted over the tragic death of actor Soumya Satyanarayan, known by her stage name Saundarya, who passed away in a plane crash in 2004. A complaint has been filed against the veteran Telugu actor Mohan Babu in Andhra Pradesh's Khammam district, alleging that Saundarya's death was not an accident but linked to a property dispute.
Nearly 21 years after film actress Saundarya died in a plane crash, a fresh police complaint in Telangana's Khammam district has raised some doubts. The complainant has said there was a land dispute between Saundarya and actor-producer Mohan Babu. That after the death of Saundarya and her brother Amarnath in the plane crash, the land was reportedly taken over by the senior actor. Saundarya was on her way to campaign for the TDP-BJP alliance prior to the 2004 elections when she died in the plane crash. Actress Saundarya was still at the peak of her film career when tragedy struck. Why this complaint has been filed after so many years and what evidence can investigators possibly find after all this while is the question. In Hyderabad with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
A massive showdown between the TMC and the BJP in the West Bengal Assembly. Mamata Banerjee, she hit out at the leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, over his statement that Muslim MLAs would be removed after the BJP comes to power, accusing them of fake Hinduism. While the BJP has alleged that a temple was desecrated in the state and the police did not take any action. Here's a report.
ममता बनर्जी, ममता हटाओ, ममता हटाओ, चोर ममता हटाओ.
An epic battle between the Trinamool Congress and BJP, both parties questioning each other's Hindu credentials and terming each other anti-Hindu. While the BJP alleged temple desecration and blamed the Mamata government for failing to secure the majority community, Mamata hit back saying no one can change Kolkata's cosmopolitan culture.
और बंगाल में हर राज्यों का आदमी रहता है. ये हमारा कॉस्मोपॉलिटन एरिया है. चाहे बुद्धिस्ट हो, चाहे मुस्लिम हो, चाहे क्रिश्चियन हो. देखिए, एक दिन के लिए कोई आदमी झगड़ा लगा के चला जाएगा, लेकिन जब आग जलेंगे तो वो नहीं रहेंगे. हम लोग क्या चाहते हैं? हम आग नहीं चाहते हैं. आग का परंपरा कोई डिवाइड करने के लिए नहीं होता है. हमारा मर्जी हम पूजा करते हैं, आपका मर्जी आप भी पालन करते हैं. आपको जो भी चाहिए.
A day after leader of opposition Shubhendu Adhikari said that Muslim MLAs of the Trinamool Congress would be thrown out of the West Bengal Assembly if the BJP comes to power, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee accused the Saffron Party of importing fake Hinduism to the state. This is what Mamata said in the House. Your imported Hindu dharma is not supported by the Vedas or by our seers. How can you deny the rights of Muslims as citizens? This is nothing but a fraud. You are importing fake Hinduism. Banerjee also expressed her concern over the BJP's treatment of minorities, asserting, I have the right to protect Hindu Dharma, but not your version of it. Please don't play the Hindu card. In response, BJP MLA staged a walkout from the assembly protesting against the fake Hinduism charge.
और राम मंदिर उद्घाटन का दिन कलकत्ता में मार्च निकला था थी जो मृत्यु कुंभ बताई हिंदू विरोधी सरकार हिंदू हित के लिए जो करना चाहिए करूंगा एक शुभेंदु को मौत होगा तो 1 करोड़ हिंदू शुभेंदु निकल के आएगा
इतना मुस्लिम के लिए नफरत है बीजेपी को तो सब मुस्लिम को निकाल दो ना देश से हिम्मत है तो इतना क्यों नफरत और मुस्लिम वोटर लिस्ट से सब निकाल दो सब हिंदू को लेकर वोट करो उसका बाद क्या करेगा
They continued their protest outside the house, accusing Mamata Banerjee of attempting to silence them using an outsider, probably belonging to the special branch of police or a DMC goon in the gallery.
So BJP was essentially listing out all these instances where the Trinamool Congress has been anti-Hindu, and the Trinamool Congress was reminding the BJP of the instances of when they have been anti-Muslim. So basically a war of words on communal politics unfolding here in West Bengal. Of course, one has to keep in mind that West Bengal is slated for elections early next year, and the BJP and Trinamool Congress leaving no stone unturned to take on each other politically here in the Legislative Assembly.
Interestingly enough, the live telecast of proceedings of Wednesday's West Bengal Assembly session is offline, with Shreyasi Ghosh and Aishwarya Gargi Rawat for NDTV.
Meanwhile, the West Bengal government has banned Holi celebrations at the popular Sonajhuri Haat in Birbhum district's Shantiniketan this year, citing possible damage to the greeneries in the forest belt. The Sonajhuri Haat is located near Vishwa Bharati's Shantiniketan campus, which is a UNESCO heritage site. BJP attacked the Mamata government over the ban, accusing it of playing politics of appeasement.
पहली बार होली के लिए हार थाने में मीटिंग हुआ मीटिंग में इशू क्या है ये दूसरा कम्युनिटी के एक स्पेशल महीना चल रहा है और इस बार होली का जो डेट वो फ्राइडे है इसलिए आमडांगा उत्तर 24 परगना का आईसी खुला बता दिया ये रॉन्ग फॉन्ग नहीं देना चाहिए होली फोली नहीं मनाना चाहिए कुछ करेगा तो अरेस्ट हो जाएगा होली दोल पूर्णिमा में इस तरीके से नहीं होता ये लोग की ममता बनर्जी का पुलिस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन खो दी विभाजन का राजनीति कर रहा है तुष्टीकरण का राजनीति कर रहा है
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he was the chief guest at the 57th National Day celebrations in Mauritius on the second and final day of his two-day state visit to the island nation. The visit marked a significant milestone in India-Mauritius relations, highlighting strategic cooperations and historical ties. Prime Minister Modi, in fact, became the first Indian to receive Mauritius's highest civilian honor, while several MOUs were signed between the two nations to enhance cooperation across various sectors, including banking, trade, security, and governance.
Express my heartfelt gratitude for being confirmed the highest national award of Mauritius. This is not just my honor. It is the honor of 1.4 billion Indians. It is a tribute to the centuries-old cultural and historical bonds of kinship between India and Mauritius.
Formal delegation level talks were held between the two leaders. Again, the two leaders had the opportunity to take stock in detail on cooperation on development partnership initiatives, trade, the economic ties, and ways to deepen people-to-people ties between the two countries. They have adopted a joint vision for an enhanced strategic partnership. It elevates our partnership with Mauritius to the level of a strategic partnership, and in that it is the first such partnership anywhere in that India has concluded with a partner in its neighborhood.
Two-day visit saw a lot of discussion. The Prime Minister touched upon a lot of critical issues which needed to be addressed in the last 1 decade or so since his last visit in 2015. He spoke about that how the vision of Sagar, which was discussed here, which was launched and conceptualized here in his last trip in 2015, the security and growth for all in the region, has now been upgraded to Mahasagar, and that calls for more collaboration, more coordination, not just with Mauritius, but others in the Indian Ocean region. Indian Ocean region is the region where Mauritius is located. It is a very strategic location as far as the maritime security is concerned or maritime trade is concerned, and that is why all the 8 MOUs have been is related to the maritime trade and security. Indian Navy, Mauritian Navy, they will collaborate with each other for better coordination in the Indian Ocean region to check piracy, to check illegal trafficking of drugs, and other coordination when it comes to gather intelligence in the region has also been done between the two countries. Now, moving forward from here to other domain, one is about the capacity building or India investing into the infrastructure development here. Prime Minister almost inaugurated a dozen of such public projects, parks. There were stadiums, schools, colleges. Those infrastructure buildings have been inaugurated here, which have been assisted by India. With India's assistance, they have been constructed here. Prime Minister also went on to say that India will also invest in the construction of new parliament building of Mauritius. So showing that India sort of backs Mauritius in every way. Now, moving beyond that, it is all about people-to-people exchanges in this trip. And that is why since the day Prime Minister landed here, he was welcomed by people of Indian origin from Bihar with that traditional Bhojpuri song. Prime Minister later addressed the Indian diaspora in Bhojpuri for a brief period there. And he also spoke about that how whether it was the Pran Pratishtha in Ajodhya, whether it was the Kumbh Mela or Kumbh Snan in Prayagraj, Mauritius has always celebrated all that. So in a nutshell, this entire trip has been very comprehensive for Indo-Mauritius ties, and Prime Minister hopes, before leaving here, he said that he hopes that the ties will only grow stronger.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that if Russia agrees to a US-backed 30-day ceasefire agreement in Ukraine, that would open the door to a step-by-step plan to ending the war. Top diplomats from Ukraine and the US met in Saudi Arabia on Tuesday to discuss an end to hostilities. As a result of the talks, Washington resumed arms delivery to Kiev, while Zelensky agreed to a 30-day US-backed ceasefire plan pending Moscow's approval. He described the meeting as the first constructive and detailed dialogue between the two countries since the Trump administration took office.
Після такого кроку може бути використана пропозиція, та, яка була вчора на столі перемовин від американської сторони, 30-денний термін, підготувати повністю план щодо закінчення війни. Покроковий план з гарантіями безпеки для української сторони. Якщо все це буде зроблено, то після підготовки цього плану у будь-якому випадку поетапне виконання, яке призведе до закінчення війни. Після закінчення війни буде знятий військовий стан, і після зняття військового стану вибори будуть проходити згідно українському законодавству. Ніхто нічого спеціально відтерміновувати не буде.
Perspective that needs to be now discussed is Russia. Now, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio did in fact say yesterday that now the ball is really in Russia and Moscow's court to really accept this truce proposal that has been agreed upon by U.S. and Ukraine in the meeting in Jeddah yesterday. In fact, Ukraine President Zelensky, in that bite that was played out earlier, in fact said that, you know, if Moscow was to reject this proposal or not accept this truce truce proposal, he expects that Washington would now take some strong steps against Moscow. And in fact, Donald Trump has earlier indicated that he is open to imposing sanctions on Moscow if the war is not stopped soon. So in terms of the latest developments that are coming in about regarding these truce talks, in fact, President Trump has said that US representatives from his administration are in fact on their way to Russia now to discuss this truce proposal directly with Russian officials. In fact, the Kremlin has also said that they are yet to hear from the US administration regarding some of the details of this proposal. Now, to discuss what this proposal is really about, it's a 30-day truce proposal wherein all assaults on air, sea and on ground would be paused, and this period of time would be taken to discuss the conditions for a long-term peace deal. And in fact, Ukrainian President Zelensky has again emphasized, which is a crucial demand from Kyiv, which is security guarantees. Now, while US President Donald Trump has, in fact, there has been, some sort of clash or divide when it comes to this Ukraine's demand of security guarantees, and Donald Trump has emphasized that and focused that this doesn't need to be, and this is a sticking point when it comes to the truce talks. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has in fact said today that to establish any long-term truce in this war, Ukraine does need some sort of security guarantee and needs some sort of deterrence against Russia. So this is quite a shift coming in from the Marco Rubio earlier today. So interesting developments coming in. We have to wait and watch to see how the Kremlin responds to the US's proposal and if they truly accept this 30-day proposal.